In a world where innovation drives progress, one company dared to dream bigger, push boundaries, and reshape transportation as we know it. But what happens when a path to success takes some unexpected detours? Today we explore the fascinating story of Tesla, a company that has electrified not only the stock market but also our roads, and we unearth the startling truth behind its recent wild ride. We are delving deeply into the heart-pounding world of Tesla's stock decline, revealing the hidden factors that have revealed the market mysteries and unearthed the untold tales that have led to this crucial moment. Come along with us as we cut through the hype and explore the realities that even the strongest might encounter. But first, before we get started, please be sure to like and after that, sign up for Tesla Insights so that we can watch the video again to see how some investors are changing their strategies these days, shifting their money away from the stock market and toward bonds and cash. Bank of America strategists have been investigating this, and our friend Jared Becker from Yahoo Finance is here at the New York Stock Exchange to provide us with more information. This week has seen relatively few ELSA looking at stocks, at least not in terms of inflows, but substantial inflows of $145 billion into cash money market funds have continued to rise fairly strongly as of this quarter. Speaking about this week's faster inflows than the previous quarter, which, incidentally, was also significant, Michael Hartnett of B of A is discussing government bonds. Robust inflows of $127 billion annually to date on pace for an annualizing record of $206 billion, he stated. At least this week there doesn't seem to be as much enthusiasm for stocks as there is for healthcare. When it comes to inflows, the cash money market funds are the real star of the show. They've taken in a whopping $145 billion this quarter alone. Michael Hartnett at B of A has been talking about the money flow game, and it seems like this week's inflows are happening even faster than last quarter's. And let's not forget about the grand entrance of Treasury bonds, those reliable government bonds that are stealing the show with a strong $127 billion so far this year. If things continue at this rate, we might just be looking at a record-breaking $206 billion for the whole shebang. There are numerous factors influencing Tesla's stock performance, including the company's Q3 earnings and the Federal Reserve's rates of interest, the EV revolution, and the excitement surrounding the Cybertruck. But let's concentrate on the last one. The movement toward electric cars and the profound changes it's making to the transportation landscape. This isn't just a fad, my friend, it's a complete transformation. Consider it. Electric vehicles are setting themselves up to outshine the good old internal combustion engine cars. Why? Well, it's a mix of things: the smaller environmental footprint, the cool tech advancements, and even a change in how we consumers think about things. It's all adding up, and it's full steam ahead for the electric vehicle movement. Now, when it comes to Tesla's ride, they've been selling those vehicles like hotcakes in the first part of the year, and a part of that success is because they've been pretty crafty with their pricing strategies as we sail into the latter part of the year, and as the interest rates decide to chill for a bit. We're all curious to see how those vehicles keep rolling off the lot. Tesla's been holding their own with a solid premium price, and as they've cranked up their production game, they've managed to snag a chunk of the market pie. Sometimes, though, you got to give the market a nudge to get them on board with new stuff, and that's just how it goes in the world of business. Recently, we're seeing some action in the automotive market, and things might be slowing down a bit on those price cuts. It's like they're steering away from that aggressive approach. Experts say that we're nearing the finish line for those price drops now. What's catching my eye is the buzz around who's going to snag the biggest piece of the pie. In terms of market share, there's a lot of hustle happening in this area with their significant advantages in cost savings, production, and vehicle design. Tesla is a market force to be reckoned with. And hey, if the chips are down, they've been quite the hustler in the tech and cost categories, staying ahead of the curve and winning market share left and right. It's not your typical car company. They've been on a wild growth ride, and their stock has been hogging the limelight lately. This company has been breaking records left and right, and there are still more in the pipeline if they keep hitting the right chords. They have the option to stir the pot with some more of those price cuts, though it might not be the star of the show for the rest of the year. Goku will soon explode. We're in a complete shift mode when it comes to cars. Major cities, even entire countries, are dropping bombshells announcing that they're saying goodbye to old-school combustion engine vehicles in a decade or two. This is revving up the electric vehicle game like crazy, and governments around the world are waving their magic wands to make electric cars more affordable. Tax credits. Tesla has been a big shot in the auto industry for quite some time, and people are eager to know how much they could rake in from throwing their money into this automaker. However, investing in market factors is risky. Rebates reduce the cost of registration. It seems like they are laying on the red carpet for EVs, making Tesla appear to be the heavyweight champion of this electric vehicle circus. If they can seize the initiative and put half of all EVs vehicles on the road in the future, imagine the financial benefits, and that's only from cars, not even considering what other tricks they may have up their sleeves. Let's give Tesla the credit it deserves. With its cutting-edge technology, Tesla has become the EV revolution's rock star. Everyone is talking about EVs like never before because to technology and Elon Musk's captivating charisma. Remember when EV charging was a pain point? Well, they've been investing a lot of money to improve the charging network, so it's not as bad now. No longer plus, let's return the focus to Tesla's financial runway. In the first quarter of last year, they generated a cool $18.8 billion in revenue, a solid 42% increase from the previous year. Sure, there was a slight dip in the second quarter due to some delivery speed bumps, but even then, they were miles ahead of their competitors in terms of production. In 2021, they increased their car delivery game by a whopping 81 alright. With more EVs on the road, the manufacturing costs are dropping, which is music to our ears when it comes to pricing. Let's do some math. Suppose that by 2030, Tesla achieves roughly half of Musk's estimated 20 million vehicles. If Musk's grand vision comes true and they sell about 20 million cars by 2030, then hold on to your hats because we could be looking at a stock price of around $3,120 per share. If each Tesla car costs around $60,000 on average, I'm not sure what will happen, but get ready for what might be a show-stopping quarter as we approach the big revelation for Q4. Total revenue is about $30 billion, which is an amazing start. Net income is expected to conclude the year strongly with a $3.7 billion gap and a $4.1 billion non-gap. They could bring in a hefty $60 billion from sales. Add in 15% from other cool stuff like batteries and robotics and bam, you've got $90 billion when you add up all their revenue streams. It is possible that Tesla's gross revenue could reach an astounding $1.56 trillion. Yes, you read that correctly. If their non-auto ventures receive around 30% of that revenue, their stock price could rise to as high as $11,700 per share. While this may sound like science fiction, remember that stranger things have happened. Tesla has a few exciting things planned like the Cybertruck craze, Q3 earnings, and possibly lower interest rates. These elements come together, perhaps we are witnessing a golden age of investing, but they always. As you complete your homework, keep in mind that your own expectations and boundaries are important. Before we conclude, we'd like to hear your opinions. What do you think of Tesla's journey in the electric vehicle revolution? Do you think they will succeed or will there be obstacles in their way? Are you excited about the company's stock potential or are you hesitant? Finally, what is your wildest prediction for Tesla's future? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this in-depth analysis, don't forget to hit the like button. If you want to stay up to date on all things Tesla, don't miss out on this deep dive.